Griffin, guarded by Duncan Robinson. Johnny, in the old days, he would look to take a player like Robinson into the paint. He's just camped out on that three-point line.
Very pedestrian, doesn't want to be the threat.
14 points per game. He is just 1 of 4 from the field. He hasn't even gotten near a free throw attempt. You know, for his career, he's averaged almost 7 free throw attempts a game. This year, taking just 3 free throws a game. Once an above-the-rim guy, he's just a three-point spot-up shooter.
He hasn't really, his game hasn't grown as he's gotten older. A lot of the guys who come in the league who are super athletic, they become more skilled.
Blake Griffin's 3rd foul. So Griffin has as many fouls as he has points. Griffin. Incredible how he is struggling.
Blake Griffin didn't really get an opportunity to ever officially hit free agency up until the end of the 2017 NBA season. During this time, the Los Angeles Clippers famously took him into a meeting which featured himself, Steve Ballmer, and Doc Rivers. And this is at the time where the Los Angeles Clippers were known for some very extreme business practices in free agency. I mean, literally locking DeAndre Jordan in his house and trying to get him to switch from signing with the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Clippers extreme. So get a look at this. Blake Griffin essentially was pitched on being the greatest Clipper of all time. Steve Ballmer and Doc Rivers both told him that, hey, one day, Blake, your jersey is going to be hung up in the rafters. And this has got to be one of the biggest justifications for why NBA players in today's NBA are so ruthless when it comes to demanding trades and player empowerment. Because a mere 5 months later, the Los Angeles Clippers traded Blake Griffin for a trade package that is surrounding Tobias Harris. And Blake Griffin went from playing in sunny California to, no offense to Detroit fans, to Detroit. Which it's not necessarily anything against Detroit. It's just when you're signing a max contract to play in Los Angeles and you're being pitched as the face of a Los Angeles franchise, well, that could rub you the wrong way. But nevertheless, we got some breaking news today. So what's going on, guys? Your boy Mike here. And before we get to the content, just take some time to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe, and turn on our notifications. I am currently doing this on literally 3 hours of sleep. Yeah, I'm dealing with some personal issues in regards to that as well. I'm trying to see a doctor for that. If you want more info about what I'm dealing with personally, it's on my Instagram story and on my Twitter. And now that we get all that out of the way, cue the intro. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Blake Griffin's tenure with the Detroit Pistons hasn't necessarily always been bad. As a matter of fact, he started out really hot and probably played the greatest basketball of his career during his first full year with the Los Angeles Clippers. During this time, he was putting up pretty nice numbers, averaging 24.5 points per game off of 46% shooting. He started becoming a little bit more of a reliable three-point shooter, shooting 7 threes per game and converting on 36% of them. Hell, the man was even dishing out assists at a high clip, 5 assists per game and 7.5 rebounds per game. But here's the thing. As time progressed forward, the same knee injury that hampered Blake Griffin during his rookie season, if you guys remember, Blake Griffin was drafted in the 2009 NBA draft along the likes of Steph Curry, James Harden, Drew Holiday, DeMar DeRozan, and, it's a pretty nice draft. But he wasn't able to officially play that first season. As a matter of fact, he won Rookie of the Year for the season after. Pretty much he did what Ben Simmons did before what Ben Simmons did with the Rookie of the Year award. The reason why he initially missed that entire first year was because of the same knee injury that would plague him later on in his career. And we started to get more of an idea of how bad this knee injury would be, because after that amazing season from the 2018 to 2019 season with the Detroit Pistons, Blake Griffin's numbers would take a slight dip, but anyone would know why. It's very simple. The 24.5 points per game to 15.5 points per game would come as a result of Blake Griffin needing to play less minutes, but also only playing 18 games after getting another left knee surgery, the same left knee that has been hampering him his entire career following the 2019 to 2020 season, which, by the way, was the perfect time to get a surgery because, well, we know what would end up with a shortened NBA season. Blake Griffin would have additional time to rehabilitate himself, but he would come back this year and be a shell of his former self. Now, this could be attributed to a number of factors. Maybe the knee injuries and the knee surgeries really caught up to him. Maybe he just hasn't played basketball in a while. Either way, the Detroit Pistons aren't really interested because now they have Jeremy Grant and they're trending towards a full-scale rebuild. So, as a result, a few weeks ago, they essentially said, hey, we're going to bench Blake Griffin. We're not even going to play him anymore while we tried to find him a trade partner. And I made a video on that. And in that video, I told you guys in about a week or two, I'm going to be coming out with a video telling you guys that the Detroit Pistons are buying out Blake Griffin, mainly because no one will want this contract. And well, I suppose I was right, because today, Adrian Wojnarowski came and hit us with some news that was so expected that I was actually tempted to pre-record this video yesterday, but I don't really do that. I have to get you guys all the latest information ASAP. So here we go. According to Adrian Wojnarowski, six-time All-Star forward Blake Griffin has agreed to a contract buyout with the Detroit Pistons and will become an unrestricted free agent, sources tell ESPN. Griffin has interest from many of the NBA's top playoff contenders and is expected to make a decision on his next team after conversations with prospective teams in the near future. Now, this is really awesome because I feel like Blake Griffin kind of got screwed in his previous deal, although yes, he did make a ton of money. I had a theory that the reason why Blake Griffin wasn't performing so well was because he wasn't really motivated to perform that well. After all, who on earth is going to give their all when clearly your team is not even close to sniffing the playoffs this year? Now, this report is far from over because everything I just gave you was just from Adrian Wojnarowski, because we got an additional piece of information and you could take it the way you wanted. This comes from the Stein line, aka Mark Stein, who came out and said what teams are actually immediately interested in signing Blake Griffin. And according to Mark Stein, he put out a tweet saying that the Lakers, Clippers, Nets, Heat, and Warriors are among the teams that have expressed interest in Blake Griffin when he becomes an unrestricted free agent. Now, I cannot imagine a world where Blake Griffin says, hey, you know that team that, signed me to a max contract and shipped me out to Detroit after telling me I'm Mr. Clipper? Yeah, I'm going to go back to them and give them a huge discount and sign a minimum veteran level salary contract with them. So cross out the Clippers off that list. I think it's either going to be the Lakers, Nets, Heat, or Warriors, in my opinion. So let me know in the comment section down below, where do you think Blake Griffin's going to sign with? And if you enjoy this report, consider subscribing, leaving a like, and turning our notifications on. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.